Hello guys, today I'm going to explain to you the concept of recursion. I'm very sure after watching this video series, you will be crystal clear about what recursion is and how it works in programs. I've used 4 programming examples to explain to you the concept of recursion. I've used C programming language. The concept is the same for other programming languages as well. So let's get started. What is recursion? Recursion occurs when a function calls itself. Now, what do I mean by a function calling itself? Now here, as you can see, this particular program, it calculates the sum of n numbers. We ask the user to enter a number and then we calculate the sum up to that number. For example, if the user enters the number 10, then it will be 0 plus 1 plus 2 up till that number 10. And this is the function that calculates recursion. And this is where a function, as you can see, is calling itself. MySum is the name of the function name, and you can clearly see that function calling itself right here. Now let's say if this part of the code was not there. Now what do you think is going to happen? Let's execute the program and see for ourselves. As you can see, it asks us to enter a number, so let's say 10. Now this program crashes. This program crashes simply because it does not know where to start, and since it doesn't know where to start, it's never going to end. So what we need to do is we need to define something called a base case. A base case is something like giving an initial value so that the other values can be computed. Now let me bring that back. Okay. So now, as you can see, this is the base case. For this particular program, let's say the user enters the number 5. So first, this particular statement is executed. As you know, the program's execution starts with the main function. This statement is executed, and then the statement, and then the scanf statement. The reason I've used scanf underscore s is because Visual Studio says that the scanf function is not secure. So usually it's scanf. Since Visual Studio says that it's not secure, and since it throws up that particular error, I've used scanf underscore s, and then you print this out, and here you see the function. So the program execution goes to this particular function, and I've defined this case where if n is equal to 1, you return 1. Otherwise, you return n plus this particular function. I'm calling itself. So let's say the user enters the number 5. Now these are the sequence of operations that's going to happen. So it's going to first check if 5 is equal to 1. 5 is not equal to 1. So it will go to the else part. It's going to return 5 plus this function, my sum of 4. Now, do we know the value of my sum of 4? We do not know. So then what happens? 4 plus my sum of 3. Do we know the value of my sum of 3? We do not know. 3 plus my sum of 2. Do we know the value of my sum of 2? We do not know. And then 2 plus my sum of 1. Now when it reaches right here, we know that if n is equal to 1, we return 1. So basically this will become 2 plus 1 equal to 3. Now that we know the my sum of 2 value, this will become 3 plus 3 equal to 6. And then now we know the my sum of 3 value, and then this will become 4 plus 6 equal to 10. And then this will become 5 plus, we know the my sum of 4 value, this will become 5 plus 10 equal to 15. So this is how the answer is 15. And now let's execute this program and check for ourselves. We enter this particular number 5, and then as you can see, the sum of the first 5 numbers are 15. So guys, this is how recursion works. You first need to define a base case. Using the value of the base case, it will compute the other values. Now let's say if the user entered 2, for instance, it will say 2 plus this particular function, 2 plus my sum of 1